Okay. Uh, okay. Weekly awards. You got any? Chili's or Jabril Peppers. Okay. We need a new quarterback. Or blow this guy up. Yeah, we gotta keep him. Haha. Struggling opponent. Don't care. Yep, let's beat him. All right. LSU. Pass coverage. Tulsa. Texas A&M. Oops. Shit. Kenny Tolbert. Clemson. Tristan Ebner. Break tackle. Ooh. That'll help. Baylor. Hendon, quarterback. Damn, he's doo-doo. He went to Tennessee, right? Yeah. This guy's pretty good. Dang, only a 67. San Diego State. God damn. The whole team. Washington. Purdue. I need scheme fit type dudes. Shit. Well, we gonna see where we at. Packers. Oops. Prime time. Oh, this is the rematch.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Sunday night.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They'll start out here with the option left.
Christ.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. The Ravens send their punter out now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Hendon Hooker.
And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Hooker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Hooker. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Juwan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Young will set to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running off tackle with Montgomery. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Montgomery. Dances by him, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now he'll try to run with this. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Hooker. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
Yes, sir.
The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Joe Mixon. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have regained the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
You look at this Browns defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Young on 3rd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
How is he back there?
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Young to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marshall. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Now Young.
Come on, get him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working it?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Young keeps it, moving right. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know, we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Now a 2nd and 2. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now here's Young. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here is 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun. Hooker. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd down and 6. Throwing, Young. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, Young. Johnson's got it complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Young on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Option right, Young. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now Young. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Hooker got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Run it, boy.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hooker.
A short throw there to Strange.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. A short throw there to Strange.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hooker.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw. Hooker. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hooker. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Hooker throwing again on second down.
And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hooker. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Yes, sir.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Hooker.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Young to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Young running the option left. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Young now. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw, Young. And the pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Ferrell, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Hooker running right through him. A short throw there to Strange.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Young forced out to his left. Fighting his way through contact. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Young again on the keeper.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Young.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
68 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there.
Oh, Young loses it.
And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Throwing. Hooker. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On second down, Hooker.
And this is caught. Whoa. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quez Watkins.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Young to throw on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Montgomery. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Young off the play fake. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, his 2nd sack of the night.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Out of the gun, it's Young. Buying time to his left. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Hooker. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Young. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
A 40-yard punt, no return. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Hooker.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Please,
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Young.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it.
Short throw going to be caught by Waring, the tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Young will set to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Young from the gun on 3rd down.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Young. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it at the 42. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Here is Young. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Hooker. And making the catch on the floater, that's more. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.
Nice little whooping. Alright, let's see. Didn't fall victim to the trap game. Points, all right. Alrighty. Well, that was a good week. Who we play? Justin Jefferson. 3-2. Alright, well, that'll be it for this episode. Catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.